A few years ago, 50 Cent stunned the gaming world by putting out a game called Bulletproof, which was, well, a totally broken piece of crap. With the release of 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand, you kind of expect it's going to be the same experience. But you know what? Blood on the Sand is actually kind of fun. Blood on the Sand is kind of like a B-movie that you get to enjoy playing. This is the kind of game where you're almost a little bit embarrassed to be having this much fun playing the game. But you can't help yourself. Most likely based on a true story, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand tells the tale of 50 and G-Unit heading off to the Middle East to do a show. Because, you know, they're big in the Arab nations. Problems arise when 50's promised payment, a crystal skull, is stolen. Everybody knows you don't steal from 50. People will die. Right from the get-go, this is a game that is over the top and isn't trying to take itself seriously in any way. The explosions are big, and 50's lines are hilarious. In fact, you have your own taunt button which you can use constantly to throw out different taunts, and you can actually upgrade those taunts to get even more vulgar.
Oh, you fucked up now, bitch!
In fact, you're encouraged to use those taunts regularly because they fit into a scoring system. Just as in real life, 50 doesn't go and do things alone. He's got G-Unit with him, so you have 3 members of G-Unit you can choose from, whether you're playing single player or co-op. They each have their own VO, and that'll actually figure into some of the cutscenes and stuff as well, which is pretty cool that they went to the effort of adding some variety to the gameplay based on who you've actually chosen as your G-Unit member. Of course, 50 game wouldn't be anything without a lot of tracks, so you're going to hear a lot of his old tracks, as well as a bunch of new exclusive tracks that basically weren't good enough to be on 50's new album. So this is kind of like the B-sides. Blood on the Sand is presented as a cover shooter, like Gears of War. That the idea is that you're supposed to hide behind cover, pop out, shoot guys. So the truth is, you really don't need to do that unless you're playing on the hardest difficulty. You should be running out and just killing guys left and right. With a game like this, the gameplay is going to get repetitive because the AI is not very good, the enemies are very repetitive, even 50's one-liners get old pretty quickly. But the one thing that was added that is pretty cool and it was a pretty great idea is that there are these challenges that show up in the middle of battles. Where say 3 snipers will appear on the roof and you've got 20 seconds to kill all 3 snipers and you get a scoring bonus. You might get some extra grenades or something special by doing it. These challenges really keep things fresh because it puts a little bit more stress on getting something done quickly and you might take risks that you wouldn't normally take.
Shady fucker. Who the fuck are that?
When I said this game wasn't broken like Bulletproof, I meant it. It's not broken, but it's not perfect at all. The AI is bad. These are some really dumb terrorists who just kind of wander around doing nothing of importance. They don't know how to take cover properly. They're just there for you to shoot them. The cover system is also inconsistent. While you can usually take cover behind most objects, there are some objects in the world you would think you could get behind, but you can't take cover and instead you'll just do these rolling somersaults. And the worst part of all is sometimes you're taking cover and guys can still snipe you in the head, which is really unfair. The whole point of a cover system is that you're supposed to be protected. But of all the bugs, the one that really is detrimental to the game is the fact that there's an audio bug with the taunts. Though you're still getting gameplay credit for doing the taunts while killing people, sometimes the audio cuts out completely and you won't hear 50 talking at all. Developer Swordfish had a pretty good idea with Blood on the Sand. 1, get 50 Cent into a game. Brilliant idea. 2, get G-Unit into a game. Great idea. 3, make a game that's not broken. Brilliant. You put all those 3 things together, you should have a great game. But unfortunately, that's pretty much as far as Swordfish ever got. They clearly ran out of creative juice, which explains why you have 3 boss battles in the game and they're all against attack choppers. You know, this is a 5-hour game with no real replay value to it. And while it certainly is enjoyable for most of those 5 hours, you know, there could have been a lot more to it. 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, again, the guilty pleasure of the year. It's a game that you probably want to rent rather than buy, but rent it you should.